Good morning, everyone. So let's begin with yet another new, very easy and interesting chapter called Circle. We've learned a lot about this chapter in the past. So we have already learned what is the radius of a circle. We know what is the diameter of a circle, and the chord of a circle is what is the circumference of a circle. Now suppose if we consider this circle, and let's say if I start from point A and I move around the periphery or the edge of the circle and I come back to that point. So this one round or one circle is called the circumference of a circle. So you may write this in your sheets also. And this, suppose if I am taking the ratio of circumference of a circle to its diameter, that ratio answer will always be a little over 3, and whether it is a small circle or a bigger circle, this answer, that is a little over 3, will always be constant. I'll always get something close to a little over 3. This, by the Greek mathematicians, is called pi. This constant that we will get is called pi, and it is represented as shown. The value of pi is always to be taken as 3.14 or 22 upon 7. If the question says you take one of the two, you take what the question says. But if not, you may take either of the two. Now, these are the formulae we have already learnt, the first and the second one in the past, that the radius is equal to diameter divided by 2 and diameter is equal to radius multiplied by 2. Circumference, we have learnt in the live sessions how we got the formula of circumference as pi into d or 2 into pi into r. Now let us consider this example. The diameter of a circle is 14 centimeter. Find its circumference. Now diameter is given, so obviously we'll use the formula pi d, and you just have to find its circumference. So this is how we do it. Write the data, write the formula, substitute the values, and your answer is 44 centimeter. Let's consider the other example. The radius of a circular plot is 7.7 meter. How much will it cost to fence the plot with 3 rounds of wire at the rate of 50 rupees per meter? First and the foremost, just check if the units are the same. 7.7 meter is given, and the cost also is 50 rupees per meter. So which means if both the units are the same, you don't need to convert anything there. Now here the radius is given, okay, and you need to fence around or a circular plot. So fencing means you have to consider the circumference, correct? So once if you calculate the circumference, you multiply it by 3, you'll get the 3 rounds value, and then that you multiply by 50, you get your answer of the 3 rounds. So first things first, write the data. All the data which is given, you write that. Because the radius is given, so you use the formula circumference is equal to 2 pi r. Now length of the wire required for one round is obviously the circumference. So substitute pi by 22.7, radius by 7.7, and you get your circumference. Now one round, which means the circumference, if you multiply by 50, you will get the rate of one round. Okay, so you multiply it by 50. This is your answer. But then such how many rounds are taken? 3 rounds. So multiply 1 round's value by 3 and you get your answer as 7,260 rupees. So answer with respect to the question. Now let us consider the fourth question of PS 42. The wheel of a bullock cart has a diameter 1.4 meter. How many rotations will the wheel complete as the cart travels 1.1 kilometer? Obviously, the number of rotations would be equal to the total distance traveled divided by circumference, correct? So, first write down all the data to find the or to calculate the circumference. What is given here? Diameter is given. So, you use the formula C, or circumference C is equal to pi d. Substitute pi, substitute diameter, and you get your circumference as 4.4. Now as we just discussed, number of rotations would be equal to total distance divided by the circumference. So what is the total distance? It's given in kilometers. And what is our circumference? We got it in terms of meters. So here when you're writing your data, just convert kilometers to meters and then substitute. So when you do the math, you get your answer as 250. So number of rotations is equal to 250. Now let's learn something new. What is an arc? With the help of this example. See, the arc of a circle is a continuous portion of the circumference of a circle. This BDA is one continuous portion of the circle. So this means this is the arc. And visually also it is very obvious that the green portion is the minor arc, whereas the black portion is the major arc. This is the explanation. You may write it. And arc is always represented as shown. Okay, geometrically it is represented as shown, and conventionally you always name an arc using 3 letters. Okay, so here in this case, arc BDA or ADB is the minor arc, whereas arc AEB or arc BEA is the major arc. Now, if two arcs of a circle have common endpoints and the arcs make one complete circle, then the arcs are said to be corresponding arcs. So, in the same example, if you can see arc ADB and arc AEB do share common endpoints. Point A and point B are common, and together, both arcs together, they form a complete circle, which means these are said to be the corresponding arcs. Now let's learn what is a central angle with the help of this figure. An angle whose vertex is the center of the circle is called a central angle. So here in this case, if you consider angle AOC, the vertex of this angle AOC is point O, and point O is also the center of this circle, which means angle AOC is the central angle. Isn't it easy? Now let's learn how to measure, or what is the measure of an arc with the help of this figure. The measure of the angle subtended at the center by an arc is taken to be the measure of the arc. Now here, see, angle AOC is giving rise to the arc ABC, correct? So what is the measure of angle AOC? It's given as 110 degree. So because angle AOC is 110 degree and this angle is giving rise to the arc ABC, so the measure of arc ABC is also equal to 110 degree. So here in this case, arc ABC is the minor arc. First of all, ABC is the minor arc and it measures 110. Why? Because angle AOC is equal to 110. Similarly, arc ADC is the major arc, and what is its measure? Now we know that the measure of the entire circle is 360 degree. So this whole thing is 360 degree, and out of that this much is given as 110. So 360 minus 110 is 250, which means angle AOC, this side, this much angle is measuring 250 degree, which means arc ADC also measures 250 degrees. So this is something for you to remember, that the measure of a complete angle is 360 degree, measure of a semicircular arc is 180 degree, the measure of a minor arc is equal to its corresponding central angle. We already learnt it in the previous slide. The measure of a major arc is equal to 360 minus the measure of the corresponding minor arc. This is what we just did. Let's consider one more example, question 3 of PS 43 from the textbook. In a circle with center O, the measure of a minor arc is 110 degree. What is the measure of the major arc? Similar to the example that we just solved. This is how you do it. First, write down the given data. Measure of the minor arc is 110. Why? Because it's given. Therefore, the measure of the major arc will be, here we just learned this formula, 360 minus 110, which is equal to 250 degree. So we will stop here for the day. Please make sure that you solve all your problems from the textbook and practice well. Thank you, children. Stay safe. God bless you.